Hello, and welcome to Nice to Meet You, a place where we want to strengthen relationships in the industry by highlighting others and what they're doing in business. My name is Denise, and today my guest is Angela Holland. Hello, Angela.
Hi, Denise. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so happy to have you on. Angela and I have become very well acquainted, and I love what she's doing in our industry. And I thought this would be a great time to let you know what she's doing. So, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Yes, Denise, I would consider myself an insurance expert. I started a dental revenue cycle management company in 2018. I built that with an amazing team of women located all over the US. And I actually sold that company to a NASDAQ corporation in 2023.
Mhm.
And after some soul searching and some deep digging, I realized that my passion lies in helping dentists increase their revenue by strategic insurance relationships. And so that's what we continue to do. I am now doing insurance credentialing and PPO negotiation with network optimization for practices all over the US.
That is so needed. Oh my goodness. In our industry, with everything that's going on with insurance, I know the ideal thing for a lot of dentists is they say, oh, I'm going to get rid of insurance. But the realistic view is that it's very hard and you need insurance. So, what I think what you're doing is very important.
Thank you. I so can hear the pain points. I hear it every day, at least once a day. I want to be fee for service and all this stuff. So I always want to just take it back to reality of I think that I'm pretty sure the ADA for 2024 said that I think it's like 4 to 7% of practices are successful fee for service offices. So over 90% of practices need some sort of insurance support. And if you
Yes.
do it strategically, it can absolutely be some of the most lucrative practices. We've seen them. I work very closely with a dental CPA, and he
Mhm.
tells me all the time that his most successful practices are strategically set up with dental insurance.
It's true. It's true because being that I'm a former team member, I remember working in the offices and having to negotiate for the doctor many years ago. That's tough if you don't know the lingo, if you don't know all the right words, if you don't know what clauses are fit towards certain what codes. It's really tough as a team member to get in there and get the best for your doctor. Whereas someone like you comes in, you know all the ins and outs, right? So you're able to have a really good success rate, right?
So true. So on average, we increase practices by over 20%. So
Wow.
and we Preferred Dental Solutions, my company, we have a guarantee. We guarantee to increase insurance revenue or their money back. We work with people because we believe we can help them. And if we can't, let's shake hands and part ways. But we do
Right.
some amazing work, and there's so many now maybe insurance has changed so much in the last 10 years even or even 5 years that
Mhm.
these backdoor agreements through what you think is a direct contract with Aetna, there's so many backdoor agreements. So we make sure that you're set up properly with the entire dental insurance web versus having someone in the office who's already swamped with treatment planning, scheduling appointments, presenting, going over fee schedules with patients, updating things in the systems. There's so many things on the day to day that a team member has to do. The
Yes.
insurance web has just gotten more and more confusing, and that's all we focus on. So yes, we are
I
true.
love that. I love
Yes.
that. So needed. So if you had to tell us what your philosophy is behind what you do, how would you explain that?
So a couple different things. So I think my personal philosophy is to the golden rule. I treat others how I would want to be treated. So my
Love
biggest
that.
thing is yes, I truly I want to do right by people. I believe that, living life that way, both personally and professionally, will always work out.
Hmm.
So we always do right by the practice. And then I think also our philosophy is let's work a strategic relationship with insurance so that the practice can be as lucrative as possible. I do
Yes.
not want these dentists working, harder and not smarter. I want to set them up for the most success for whatever piece of the journey they're in, whether they're acquiring a practice, starting a practice. selling a practice, planning to retire, whatever it looks like for their phase of the journey, we have strategic solutions with the insurance company and planning for them.
Right. And I have to say that Angela has helped me with some of my clients, so I can personally vouch to what she's saying. This is a person who really loves our industry and wants to make our industry better and make it easier for doctors. So I can vouch for her firsthand to say she really is on point with what she's doing, and that philosophy does read well with you. I mean, it's really hard. I wouldn't you agree in our industry to find authentic people that you feel like you can work together and really move in the same direction towards making our industry better. Wouldn't you agree? It's kind of hard to find that.
Yes, I do agree. And I think that when we operate as our authentic self, we like attract all those people.
Yes.
So I feel like we all kind of come together and find each other. But yes, I think that there's a lot of noise in the industry just as there is in life. And that if
Mhm.
you just kind of stick to your values and your morals, that those right people will come into your path. And
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. Which is why I think we met because we're
I
both
think so too.
authentic.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've met and it's like quite the collaboration here.
Yeah. Yes,
So
no, I believe that so much.
yes, you've talked about some of the values, some of the reasons your why. And so that, I think that it's nice to look behind the scenes and see your why. What's driving you? What's making you do this? So if there was just an office that said, "Hey, there's four different people that we can go to that can help us solve this problem. We have this choice, this choice, this choice." And if I said, you know what, go to my girl Angela, and they said, why? Why should someone choose you? What makes you different? What would you
Put
say
me
to
in the
them?
hot seat.
I know,
I
let's
I
see.
love that.
What would you? There's four of you lined up. Now you have the mic. Tell us why you.
Yes. So aside from truly being the best in the industry,
I love
I
it.
think everyone would say that. Yeah. I believe that we are moral and value driven, so we will always do right by you. From a business standpoint, there's no risk in working with us because of our money back guarantee.
Mhm,
And then I think honestly, there's just someone for everyone. So if you're looking for kind of like when a patient is finding a dental practice, they have the option to go with corporate dentistry. They have the option to go with private practice.
mhm.
My team and I were we are a small business. We are all based in the US. We are not corporate. We will not be corporate. And I'll never sell my company again. Never say never, right? But I never plan to sell my company again. I learned a lot.
I love
Um,
it.
but so I believe that we are a great fit for many practices out there. But I always have an onboarding call and a free consultation to make sure that we are the best fit. I
Mhm.
want to work with people that it makes sense for us to work
Yes.
together. Our
Yes.
fees are fair. We are right with industry standards. So I believe that the one-on-one service that we provide is top notch. And you will get a completely different experience as a patient when you go to a corporate dental office versus a private practice. And it's the same with us. You're going to get a different experience.
Mhm.
Um, we may all do the same thing, just like all dentists may be doing crowns or fillings or whatever it may be. But the personal touch, the working relationship, and truly the ability to do right long term by someone is what we do.
Yes, I agree. See, you did great getting put on the hot
Thank
seat.
you.
What I'd like to say about that is true because, as you know, and as the viewers know, I train culture.
Yeah.
I train culture change management. And I believe that just like Angela just spoke on that without even realizing, or maybe she did, it's her culture. That's why. That's what makes her different, is that the culture, when you go into a dental office that doesn't have it locked in, everything's chaos and you can feel that. And when you get the correct culture and everybody gets on the same page, then you're on the same page, you can offer a better patient experience. And part of offering that patient experience is having the correct systems in play. So when you're having those systems in play, one of the things that you want to make sure that you would have would be the insurance. If you're using insurance, why not get paid the best? Why not get paid the most? So this is where someone like Angela comes in and there's that personal touch. there's that culture where you're dealing exactly with the person who's doing this. Not to say any other companies are bad, but I
Yeah,
agree that this personal touch is something that I'm drawn to. And so
absolutely.
I back your company 100%. For any of you watching, if you need Angela's services, I'll put all the information in. Actually, give them what's the best way if someone wanted to get in touch with you, that they should get in touch with you.
Absolutely. Visit our website. It's preferreddentalsolutions.com, or you can call us directly at 877-975 PPOs.
Excellent, excellent. So you got it here, guys. You want to get those fees up? Call my girl. She will take care of you.
Thank you.
Tell
Thank
her
you. I
Denise
will.
sent you. You know, she'll
That's
take
right. Tell
care
them
of you.
Denise sent. Yes, absolutely. Please.
Thank you so much for coming on and talking and telling us a little bit about what you do. And if anyone needs Angela's services, reach out. Also, thank you all for checking in. And until next time, make it happen.